All right, everybody. It is Championship Monday. Almost forgot. Why do I always forget this? All right, what's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard Sports Media coming at you live for UConn and San Diego State, the 2022-2023 Men's National Championship. We have made it all the way through March Madness. So much has happened. I think more so, I think the Cinderella team is San Diego State. I don't think a lot of people expected them to be 32-6 as a 5 seed, to be in this position. They beat the number 1 seed Alabama to do it, and pretty handily when they beat my Crimson Tide. 71-64 by 7 points, not double digits, but double possessions. So I think they're in a good position to probably win tonight. I think when you look at what they do, it's incredible, man. San Diego State, of course, just has run the gauntlet, run the table, and done everything that they have been asked to. Brian Duck has built a team of men that is relentless, that plays good defense. They beat Furman, they beat Charleston, they beat Creighton, they beat FAU. And now tonight they could possibly beat UConn. I think San Diego State could do it. I think that they could pull it off. I think they have the talent. I think they have the roster. I think they have the coaching. I'm not going to doubt UConn as much as I am going to favor San Diego State. Nathan Mensah leads the team in rebounds at 6. Matt Bradley is the lead scorer at 12.7. Lamont Butler. So watch these guys. Watch Matt Bradley. Watch Darian Trammell, Nathan Mensah on defense, and watch Lamont Butler. I think those are 4 key players. But the top 3, though, I would say are Bradley, Mensah, and Butler. If you watch those guys tonight, they could be key to helping helping San Diego State cut the nets tonight. I'm excited. I hope San Diego State wins it. I'm going to be honest. I don't care who wins the game. I think it's going to be great either way. It's just, I don't know. Not my team, not my game. That's what I'll say. um, let me do that right there. But yeah, I think whoever gets off to a fast start is going to win the game. If you could go up 5-0 or 4-0 just to start the game, that might play a key role. I think you cannot afford to get behind if you're San Diego State. I know they've come back a little bit. I know UConn's come back a little bit. But both of these teams play really good defense and what they do to just play the court, man. If they can field the court and play good defensively, play with good tempo too, both these teams have a really good shot to win the game. Let me check the comments. Who we got in here? What's up, Mayhem? What's up, SEC Dog? UConn by at least a touchdown, in my opinion. But I'm no basketball expert, says SEC Dog. First off, good to see you, buddy. It could be UConn by 7, by 6, by 9. I mean, The only thing, man, I don't expect the winner to win by double digits. I think it's 10 points or less. I think there's too much defense. I think there's too much offense at the same time. There's too much of everything in this game. And, man, it's going to be fun. Oh, man. Still feeling a little sick, so I'm coughing, but bear with me. So we got Mayhem in here. Let's drop the link. If anyone wants to come on, if y'all want to call this game with me, let's do it, man. Feel free to. I'm wide open. So we'll drop the link. I know maybe I probably should call this on my own, but it can be hard. I'm not going to do play-by-play. I'm more of a analyst or color type of guy. Just got to tell you what I'm seeing, give my thoughts on it. So the San Diego State Aztecs take the court first. UConn upcoming. Of course, you got Klingon, Donovan Klingon. You got Jordan Hawkins, number 24. Andre Jackson Jr., number 44, who's a junior out of Amsterdam, New York. I'm sorry, I looked at the wrong. Let me see. Andre Jackson, that's right. You also have, don't get confused here, very close, from Bristol, Connecticut. So an in-state kid, Andre Johnson. Now, don't get him mixed up with Andre Jackson. What's up, Sorgi? What's up, man? It's good to see you. I like what you and your dad are doing over on your channel, and y'all are putting out good content. So go subscribe to some of these guys. SEC Dog. Go subscribe to Edom Mayhem. Go subscribe to Sorgi Stories, too. And I dropped the StreamYard link tonight in case anyone wants to come on at any point. I was going to drop it at halftime anyway. Tristan Newton making his way onto the court for the Huskies. Number 24 now, Jordan Hawkins, we just talked about. He's making his way. Number 44 coming up, Andre Jackson. So I guess Andre Jackson is going to be the key guy. This is going to be a great game. Sonogo, Jackson, Hawkins, Newton, and Caravan are great. San Diego State's defense is insane. I expect a low-scoring game and a Huskies win, says Sorgi. This could be very low scoring, actually. Somewhere in the 50s or 60s. Not what we're used to seeing. I think expect the unexpected tonight. Either you're going to see a lot of offense and the defenses have a hard time showing up, or you see a lot of defense and maybe, dude, oh my gosh, if it comes down to a buzzer beater, down to the wire, this will make a heck of a championship game. I see you back there, Mayhem. I'll get you, bud. UConn by 8 is SEC Dog's expert opinion. UConn by 8. I could see that. What's up, man?
What's up, guys?
So who you got winning?
UConn. I don't think this is going to be necessarily close.
We'll see. UConn's favored by 7.5. I'm going to turn off alerts too in case the alerts are faster than the game tonight. So I actually have to agree with SEC Dog here. He says college championship games need to be played on Saturdays, in his opinion. I could see that. I mean, you have college football on Saturday all year long. I mean, you might as well. And then college basketball has a lot on Saturdays too. Of course, basketball's throughout the week. I guess it doesn't matter what night you have it on. You just better be able to watch it. Yeah, make sure your volume's turned down a little bit because I don't want to get copyrighted for the sound.
Okay.
Yeah.
That good though?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. I just want to react with you.
Yeah, man. So I'm fixing to see tip off here. The referee will take it to the midcourt, and UConn will get possession first.
Yeah, I think
so got to get off to a fast start in this game. Like I was mentioning, both of these teams' defenses are really talented.
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit ahead of you.
Oh, okay. The ball does roll out of bounds there.
UConn makes the first score. All right, San Diego State with a 3.
Oh, yeah, you are ahead of me. I just saw UConn score. Holy crap, Hulu. It's on CBS. If I go to the CBS app, I can be ahead of the game. Hold on. CBS Sports. Let's go to San Diego State, UConn. Right here.
That was a really nice 3 by San Diego State.
Jacob has UConn winning in the comments.
Yeah, I do too.
Roll Tide, Cody. Here we go. We got it on CBS on the CBS app. 3-2 the score.
Out of bounds. I don't think anybody expected San Diego State UConn.
I definitely did not. I think a lot of people had teams. I don't even think Gonzaga, but you had the Purdue's who got knocked out by Fairleigh Dickinson in the first round. You had Alabama. You had Houston.
Oh, you definitely had
Houston. If you had told me it was going to be 4 versus 5, I would have said, well, it's not, out of the realm of possibility. But if you had told me UConn was going to be in this game in San Diego State, I mean, I believe it now that I'm seeing it and what we've seen in the Final Four and the Elite Eight. But there's so many different teams out there, man.
Yeah, I didn't think San Diego State would be the one that gets Alabama out. I thought maybe like an Arizona team, highly ranked in the tournament, could have gotten Alabama out. Oh, nice! Is that a 3? Another 3 for San Diego State.
6-2. Is that what you got?
Yep.
That was Trammell. He averages 9.7 points per game in the tournament. At least what it's saying here. I haven't done my research.
Layup. Got the layup right there. 4-6 now.
Yep. UConn down. San Diego State up by 2. No fouls in this game so far, so that's good. Backs up, steps into a 2 and ties it. Or I'm sorry, takes the lead even more, 8-4 for the Aztecs. Now UConn is behind 2 possessions, which is not what you want to do in a championship game. You want to keep it close, keep it competitive, and back and forth, in my opinion.
There's a long way to go in this game.
Yeah.
Up
Shoots for
3.
3. No good.
San Diego
So
State
far,
gets
Johnson.
air ball.
Air ball.
All right, 6 to
Jumper
8.
made assist by Tristan. 16:44 to go, first half. This is off to a great start, man. I can't wait to see these highlights later.
All right.
Jump shot is
Aztecs
good for Matt Bradley.
I guess I'm more surprised to see San Diego State than UConn. I mean, I had UConn's ladies basketball team winning the whole thing. So if UConn wins tonight, I
Yeah.
guess I could say I got the team right, just the wrong gender.
Yeah.
I guess we can go with that, right?
Yep. Tristan Newton makes a jumper for 2, makes it a 2-point game. Yeah, I mean, you have top 5 teams in seeding, which is good. You didn't have a true clear-cut Cinderella, I don't think, but you know, March Madness, it's always insane. You didn't have what you had a couple years ago with Gonzaga. You didn't have that clear-cut. Um, you had Alabama was the number 1 overall seed, but it wasn't like they were miles ahead of everybody else. I'll even admit that as a fan. So it's just one of those where it was a normal March Madness where anything and everything can and did happen.
I'm gonna be honest for everybody that's watching. I only pay attention to college basketball whenever the tournament starts. So,
Yeah.
I feel like March Madness is really interesting. I love doing the bracket tournament. I've been doing it since I was in middle school. So, and I've never gotten it right. I was like 87% right on this year's. I guess you could say that's pretty good. But I had Kansas State win it and all. Um, you know, I don't know. I just thought they were probably the best team, and I thought Texas Longhorns. I thought they were a really good team to make this tournament as well. I think Texas
Yeah.
lost 1 point or something like that. They were up by 14 points on Miami, and then they lost by, I believe, 1 or 2 points. So that was.
Well, they actually so I have the bracket pulled up. Texas actually lost by 7 points to Miami,
Well, I
who
mean,
made the Final Four to play UConn.
I know for a fact that Texas was up by 13 or 14 points.
Yeah.
So to lose by 7 is horrible.
And we got to remember too, this tournament that we've seen this year has been rocky from the start. I mean, Fairleigh Dickinson to beat Purdue like they did in the first round. I mean, from the start, man,
For
there were
Princeton to beat,
upsets all over the place.
and
So,
for Arizona to lose to Princeton like that, I mean,
yeah. What's up, Waylon? He says he'll eat and pop in the stream in 10 minutes. That's awesome, man. Come on. So we're
So I'm
back to
at
the action on the court.
so I'm at 193 subs. I'm almost to 200 there.
Nice.
About 7 away from 200 in that. But it's only a 2-score game here. Very early, 15 minutes in to go in the first quarter there, first half, whatever. But like I said, I'm not a professional when it comes to college basketball or basketball at that. But I like watching it. It's very interesting. If you've never been to a basketball game, whether it be high school or college or NBA or anything, I mean, you should probably go. I mean, really good stuff. It's a really good experience to go to a basketball game.
It is.
Especially whenever they dunk or they shooting threes left and right. I mean, it feels electrifying, you know.
Yeah, we don't really get too big of a crowd over at Wallace State in Hanceville, where I go to school. But I go to basketball games there. This year at homecoming, which is always the last game of the regular season at home, it really wasn't that crowded. I mean, there was a good sized crowd, but it wasn't compared to last year. Last year, I could hardly hear myself, but you get in the feel of a basketball court and arena, dude. It's electrying. It gives you chills, goosebumps, however you want to put it, if you really enjoy the sport.
I mean, even if you don't watch it on a regular basis, like myself, just going there and seeing the intensity that these guys play with, it really, I mean, to go to a basketball game, it's really fun. I like basketball. I don't watch it as much as I should. I would like to watch it more than I do. Like I said, I only watch, the March Madness whenever it comes on. Sometimes I can't watch a lot of it because either I'm working or I'm doing something. But a game like this in this magnitude, you've got to watch this. I mean, it's all tied up 10-10, UConn and San Diego State, all tied up 10 apiece. You
Yeah,
got I mean, I like this. I like watching the national championship, UConn and San Diego State so far. It's been a good game so far. Not too many controversial stuff so far in this game.
yeah. UConn was playing really, really good defense there. Newton goes down for UConn. He's okay. Um, yeah, it's this is a very intense and defensive type of game here. A couple layups, not a whole lot of threes. Just I don't want to say it's luck, like lucky shots inside or anything. I don't want to say that because I know these players are great. I understand that they work hard during the off season, throughout the season, and practice, and they give it everything they got. As UConn gets another layup here, um, this is
I,
this is shaping up to be a really good game and everything you want to see for a national championship.
I want to ask you a question, Ballard. And you don't have to
Yeah,
answer, but I want to ask you a hot button question. Now, I'm not afraid to ask the question, but uh, if you've seen the women's national championship, there was a little bit of taunting going on between Caitlin and the other female from
yeah,
LSU. Can't think of her name right offhand, but um, tell me about what you think. What you think about that, the whole situation?
Well, I only saw that it happened. You talking about the "you can't see me" gesture?
Yeah,
Yeah, that John Cena move. I mean, look, college players are going to be college players, and they're going to do what they do on the court or on the field or whatever sport you want to look at. They're going to do whatever they want to do. I don't have a problem with it, but I think sometimes there's people out there that can take it way too personal, and it can get carried away
yeah,
sometimes and get flipped to something bad.
I totally agree with you. Everything you said, you took the words right out of my mouth. Um, you know, I like it. I mean, I like it. I think it makes the game more interesting. Talk some smack, you know.
Yeah, foul
Um,
called on Connecticut.
I don't
Oh,
know. That was iffy on that one. I mean, he was posted up, and the guy just. I mean, I don't know. That was that was a little bit questionable there. I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't really know. You can tell me if that was a fair call, but
yeah. Donovan Clingan turned it over. He was fouled on after Jordan Hawkins got the defensive rebound. Jaden Ledee missed the jump shot. Newton gets the rebound.
mm, yeah, I'm also having a cough there too. So I'll try
Yeah.
my I'll try my best
I
not to
don't
cough.
know what's going on with me, man. I've been drinking orange juice and everything, and I've been getting better, but sinuses acting up a little bit and just a scratchy throat. So I don't know. Here's three. It's no good for UConn. They get the rebound. Jump shot, no good. San Diego State going back the other way.
San Diego
12
State.
minutes to play.
San Diego State missed seven straight field goal attempts.
Yeah.
I think if you're either one of these teams, I know they're trying to get these threes and try to be all fancy and stuff, but I mean, I really think in the national championship type of there's the slam dunk right there by UConn.
Nice.
Um, I think what you need to do is get more points in the paint. What you think?
Yeah, I mean, I say it all the time where teams got to go in the paint and score more, but it's almost like they're afraid to take some risk. You got to put the ball up in the air and let it fall the way it does. And um, like right there, if you just saw what UConn did, even though they missed and fouled, those are the shots you got to try to take sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you're gonna make every single three, but I think you need to try to get and drive the ball down in the paint and get your points there. I know it's only 2 points, but if you keep on adding 2 points on top of 2 points, you'll eventually get some points. And every now and then you can take a 3 pointer shot. Um, I think so far my assessment of this game so far is I think both teams are trying to hit the threes and the flashy plays, and it's just not working. That's why
Right.
I know. Look, I'm not discrediting the great defense that both of these teams are playing, but whenever you go down 7 times, can you hear me?
Yes. We
All right.
lost you for a second, but I can hear you.
All right. I received a phone call. My bad. I had a, but what I was saying is, whenever uh, I was on the roll there. I just kind of lost my train of thought. Sorry.
You were saying something about flashiness and points
Oh,
and
but pretty much what I was saying is you need to go for the easy layups, easy points, because that all adds up. And like I was saying, I remember what I was saying. You know, I'm I'm not taking any. I'm not discrediting the defenses that they are playing. They're playing some great defense. But whenever
Right.
you go, just like I said, I think San Diego State missed 7 in a row of the field goal attempts. Uh, that's unacceptable.
What's up, P Digits? Finkel is Einhorn. Threes killed the center for modern basketball.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
It's on the commercial for me. I'll be right back.
Yeah. All right. Mayhem steps aside. This is a good game so far. It's close. It is a 2-possession game currently, 14-10. UConn. Again, I don't know who we expect to win. I'd like to say San Diego State, but I don't know. UConn's defense, it's not so much UConn offense. They are playing in the paint so well on defense on a serious level. So Mayhem Matthews stepped aside. Wayland, what's up?
What's up, Chris? What's up, Chris? You all right? You doing good?
I'm doing great. I did catch TDA tonight with Stephen Smith, but was unable to call in. I was kind of relaxing, but how you doing?
I'm good, man. I was away from the microphone there. Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm doing good. You got the sniffles there. Probably you got like me, you got a lot of allergies, probably, Chris.
Yeah, something like that's going on. We get a lot of pollen this time of year, and I remember when I first moved up to Alabama, it about killed me. But I've been drinking some orange juice and stuff. I've been getting better. You should have heard me the other day.
Yeah, it's got me where I can't talk too plain myself. There, my head stopped up, eyes are swelled up, watering. It's nasty stuff. I tell you.
Yeah. Couple free throws for UConn. It's 16-10. So UConn not only leading in this game, but has made it a 6-point game.
Yep.
You got a preference for who you want to win?
I'm pulling for San Diego State.
Yeah, they beat Alabama. They better look good.
Exactly.
Just saying. It's going back the other way now. A steal. He missed it. Now it's San Diego State's ball. It's going back their way. They bounce it inside, goes up, and looked like he missed. Keshad Johnson makes a free throw for the Aztecs. He's got 6 points in the tournament on average. Going into the tournament, too, Aztecs had a better record than UConn, but still got a lower seed. The Aztecs of San Diego State were 32-6, UConn 30-8.
Yeah.
But of course, when you get to the championship and you get to the tournament, the records just fly out the window.
Yeah, they got that. UConn's got that big guy. What, 7'4", 7'5"? How tall is that kid?
Which one?
That white boy for UConn. How tall? He's about 7'4", I think, somewhere along in there.
Yeah. He's almost as tall. Did you see Zach Edey for Purdue? Did you watch Purdue in the first round? I know they lost, but they got a pretty tall kid on that court. Makes everyone look like you know, small children out there.
Yeah, I think he's 7'4", 7'5", that guy for Purdue. He's pretty tall.
He is. Thanks, P Digits. Yeah, 6 watching, only 3 likes. Hit it, people. Yeah, hit that thumbs up. Leave a reaction on Facebook. We're live on both platforms tonight for the national championship. Here's a shot for the Aztecs. It's off the backboard, no good. It goes back the other way for UConn here. They step up here and move inside. A little floater, and it's good to extend the lead to 6.
Is my
6
TV bleeding?
point.
Is my TV bleeding over in the chat? Can you hear it? Do I need to cut it down?
I can't hear it at all.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. Oh, a steal by the Huskies. $20 to 12, 8:50 to go, and they go to commercial break. So really good game so far, but the Aztecs are just not finding their rhythm on defense and, not really finding the points, in the paint and on the 3 line.
What's up, guys? What's up, Waylon?
Welcome back.
What's happening? A lot of they get San Diego State's turning the ball over too much.
Yeah.
They're like I said earlier, Waylon. I think they're trying to go with the big, flashy threes, and they're trying to. I don't know. I feel like they're just trying to. They're trying to just be flashy and go for threes a lot. That, like I said, they missed 7 straight 3-pointers. They need to go.
Yeah.
They need in the paint and then just play defense, catch back up.
Hawk's Nest, good to see you. He says, man, this channel is underrated. I fully agree. And I'm not the one that rates my own channel.
Have to make the algorithm. We got to make the algorithm do its thing.
Yep.
Alabama just couldn't get it going their way. I don't know. I don't know if they'll ever have a Final Four basketball team or not. I don't know.
I think that, man, you gotta at least have some amount of faith in Nate Oates and his recruiting and the way he coaches. I think what happened, we got caught up with the hype and being the number 1 overall seed. Seriously, how often does the number 1 seed in the tournament actually make it there outside of Gonzaga a couple of years ago? I mean, it's pretty hard to do what Alabama tried to do this year. I think if we had lost a couple more games and they put us at like a 2 or a 3 or a 5 or something like that, a little bit lower, maybe we could have had a better run. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. They seem like they lived on the 3-point shot too much.
They did. I mean, they definitely against San Diego State tried a little too hard, and I think it got to a point where they realized, hey, San Diego State's the real deal. We got to get it together. And you know what it was? They tried too hard. You try too much, and you do fail.
Yeah.
And I think that's what San Diego State's doing right now. I think they're trying too hard. Something tells me like I don't know. They're not. They're just throwing it up there, seeing if they can get a basket in there, and you gotta
It's
calm
not
your
going.
nerves and drive to the paint and score. I mean, you're losing by what 10 points now. I mean,
10 points, yeah.
you know, I seen a comment earlier. UConn's beating every team by 10 or more points if they can win today. So, in order to slow down UConn, you need to pass the ball a lot and drive to the paint. Wouldn't y'all agree?
Yes.
I mean, I'm no basketball expert. I just have a pair of eyes that can watch it and I'll make my own opinions of it. See another three. See what I'm talking about? Going for a three. Why did you? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm basketball illiterate, but
Yeah. It's all right.
always jumping for a three for what? Drop the ball. So while it's on commercial, Ballard, what you got planned for Easter? Ballard,
Yeah, man.
I said, what you got planned for Easter?
I'm going to my grandmother's church in the Birmingham area.
What about you, Wade?
I've got a decoration where my mother's buried at. That's if the weather's good, I'm going to be there. I don't know the way they're talking. The weather's going to rain, rain, rain. So we'll see what happens.
How do y'all think Alabama's going to be in 2023?
Football or basketball?
Yeah, football.
Football. Well, we what we can't do is give up another natty to Georgia. Number one, um, I do think we take a step back, but I do at the same time. In some ways, we're taking a step forward with the defense and the coaching. Really, the only way I see us taking a step back, it is a downgrade at quarterback, and it's a downgrade whoever has to replace Will Anderson. No one can do it like those guys with Bryce and Will. Um, but we'll be okay. We have the talent. We just got to put it on the field and hope for the best with these new coordinators.
Because I do remember coming on this show and this past, not this off season, but this past off season, and it's supposed to be the best team y'all ever had, and I don't know. I
No.
mean, disappointing year for the Alabama Road Tide.
I don't know what this is disappointed about. They lost 2 games by a total of 4 points. Where's that?
Yeah.
I want everybody that to ask me how did all the other fans, Auburn, Georgia, Alabama, got blowed out all year long by who?
What?
I mean, Alabama had a chance to beat Tennessee on a field goal, couldn't beat them. It's not a blow. That wasn't a blowout game. That was a nose to nose football game.
Yeah. I mean, you was also what 4 or 5 points away from being set at 8-4 as well, or 7-5.
They wasn't. No, that's the problem. That's what I tell everybody. They wasn't 8-4. So I mean, Alabama's won a lot of close games the last few years, and I've been watching football since I was born in 1961. So I mean, I saw Coach Bryant won a lot of close games and won championships. Coach Stallings, go back and look at his year. He won the national championship. Look how many close games they won that year.
Yeah.
People,
But
they seem to forget that. They forget what's happened. Alabama's won a lot of close games, even under Nick Saban, to win championships. Sometimes these fans forget what has went on.
yeah,
that's
and
true.
I mean, what I mean whenever I say disappointing, I mean Alabama fans, they expect to win every single year, and that's just not the case anymore with my Georgia Bulldogs.
They got to get over that. No team is. Alabama's been dominant for 15 years, and that 15 years has come back to bite them in the butt the last 2 or 3 years. So you got to figure out how to go back to that dominance. Clemson done it. They haven't won. They won 2. Have they won anything else? No. I mean, it's just it's dog eat dog now. I mean, it's I don't know. It's just does Alabama win a national championship this year? I doubt it. Being as long as Alabama, being as as long as I've been an Alabama fan, if Nick Saban can pull one off this year, probably I would say that probably be his best coaching job ever. Does he stay after that? I doubt it. I think he leaves
You think he leaves after this year?
because he breaks Coach Bryant's record.
Wow.
You don't
If
count
he
that
wins.
national. Yeah, if he wins, you don't count
If
that
he
national
wins,
championship.
though.
Yeah, he's got to win. What's left for him to do when he breaks Coach Bryant's record? What's left? Who's going to catch him then?
I mean, does he hold the all-time?
Well,
Does
he
he
does hold.
hold the all-time Alabama head coaching wins?
Well, no, not
Like the
necessarily.
most wins?
Back in the 70s, Alabama played 120 games. They won 103 games out of 120 games. There's no other college football team ever won that many games in 10 years. Not even Nick Saban didn't do that. I was alive to see that. I remember very well. So, I mean, it's just it's breaking Coach Bryant's record. With he'll have 7 national championships at Alabama. Coach Bryant had 6. There's nothing left for him to do.
Right.
Let the young guys battle it out. Then,
takeaway.
yeah, let them win.
Takeaway by UConn. The score. Oh, they hit another 3. 26-14 Huskies. This is a blowout.
Yeah, looks that way. Oh, Lord. I think if I could break Coach Bryant's record and have 7 national championships at Alabama, possibly have another SEC title, I don't think he'll have another Heisman run. I probably would walk away. I'd ride off into the sunset too, probably.
Yeah. What's up,
Well,
Jerry Wells? Good to see you.
Nick Saban said himself, whenever he stops being able to give to the University of Alabama, then that's whenever he'll walk away. So if he cannot deliver more national championships and he knows that, then that's whenever he'll walk away. I don't think he will. I could be wrong, but I think he's the type of guy that won't ride off into that. As long as he's winning national championships, he's going to stay there. But if he loses year in and year out, and let's just say he hasn't won a national championship in the next 2 years, he's going to retire. And
next 2 years,
from even from what I heard, the only reason why Nick Saban even staying now is because of this recruiting class that he just signed. He said he sees something very special in this recruiting class. So I'll give him another 2 or 3 more years. If he can't win at least one national title, he's he's probably going to call it quits.
Yeah, maybe. I'll tell you what, it'll make him quit. It might even kill him. If Georgia three-peats, it's over.
Yeah, but
Man,
what's after that? No team has won it 4 in a row, and no team ever will.
right.
No team even won it 3 in a row except for Minnesota, and that was back before we were all even here on Earth. Basically, that was in the 1900s. So who says that they actually won it 3 times anyway?
Right.
Maybe the college football team that's ever won it 3 times.
You can't.
I mean, that's way back. I mean, I remember when Alabama.
Man.
It was. They could have won it several times, 3 in a row, but they just couldn't do it as good as they were. Yeah, this is a blowout.
UConn player lost his shoe on the court,
Yeah.
and the Aztecs keep missing wide open threes in this game.
Oh yeah, they can't make them.
Yeah.
Alabama should have won 3 in a row. We won it in 64, 65. I was a kid in 1966. The They wouldn't give it to Alabama because Alabama didn't have any black players on the football team in 1966. Alabama won the national championship in 1966. Associated Press wouldn't give it to them because they didn't have any black players on the football team. I remember it well.
Yeah.
77, 78. I mean, Alabama should have won it in 77. But Nebraska, I mean, Notre Dame jumped from number 5 to number 1. Alabama beat the tar out of Ohio State. I remember watching it on TV. And they gave Notre Dame the national championship in 77. There's the other they should have had it that year, but it didn't happen. So,
Well, that's just like Georgia in 19. I believe it was 1940. No, 1936. I can't remember what year, but it was in the 30s or early 40s, late 30s, early 40s. We should have we went like what 12 and 0, 13 and 0. We won the Orange Bowl, and they gave it to Ohio State, and they were only what 11 and 1 or something, 11 and 0 or 11 and 1, and they didn't even
Yeah.
go to a bowl game that year either.
well, you didn't even have the Associated Press back then. You just had a bunch of sports writers and coaches that voted on it, and they give it to who they wanted to. That's why the NCAA put the squeeze on Coach Bryant in the 70s and in the 60s too, because they were giving it to him. Everybody, it wasn't fair. This is not fair. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to sit in about that. You look at the playoff committee. That's what everybody wanted, the playoff committee. Well, they're screaming it's not fair anymore. Well, you had a computer picking it in the BCS. Well, that's not fair. So how you going to do it then? Somebody explain to me how you going to do it to
I
please.
like the I like the playoff committee. I think they've got it right more. I mean, they probably only got it wrong maybe one time out of the whole deal, but I think 99% of the time, I think this playoff committee does get it right. The only problem I have with the playoff committee is this year TCU should have been 4, Michigan should have been 3. You should have had a rematch between Ohio State and Michigan in the playoffs. But I guess TCU proved me wrong because TCU did beat Michigan.
Oh,
TCU did beat Michigan.
oh,
So I guess I was wrong there, but 99% of the time the playoff committee gets it right.
they wasn't even close
Yeah.
this year. Alabama would have beat TCU as bad as they beat Kansas State this year if they'd have played them. TCU did not belong, and
Yeah.
I'll guarantee you they won't never be back again because they
Well,
cost money.
I disagree with that.
Well, they won't never be back. Watch what I'm saying, son. They cost them money. When they got in their pocket, that's the end of it. It's all
He
money.
could be onto something. Waylon could be onto something there.
I've got a buddy that just passed away. It was a great businessman, a mentor to me. I learned a lot from him. He was on the board of trustees at Alabama.
Yeah.
And it all boils down to Money.
I think they got it right. No 2-loss team should ever be in the playoffs ever. I don't care if you're Alabama, Georgia. I don't care if you're the best team that money could buy. You shouldn't be in the playoffs with 2 losses, and I'll stick to that. Once we go to the 12-team playoffs, that'll be different. But no, I promise you, with this 14 playoff, we only have one more year of it. But no 2-loss team should ever be in, and I don't care if Alabama beat TCU by 100 points or by 2 points.
They'd have beat them.
They shouldn't have been in there. Alabama, they got it right this year.
Alabama would have beat TCU. I don't think they would have beat them bad as Georgia would have, because Nick had stepped on the gas. But you see what Alabama done to Kansas State. What happened to Kansas State? They won the championship, and then they laid an egg against Alabama. They couldn't do nothing against Alabama. Nothing.
Right. Part of
Nothing.
it was Kansas State. Another part of it was I think Alabama was really furious and took it out
Oh
on them
yeah,
too.
I agree. Yeah, you get pissed off. I mean, excuse my English. That's not to do.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, you had a lot
So
of
this,
goofy. There was just a lot of goofy games in the championship games, and TCU. Hey, TCU's been crying for years.
yeah.
Well, they finally got in, and they got their tail ends handed to them. I just don't ever see them getting back there. I just don't ever see it. Sonny Dykes, that was his first year. I mean, you talk about
That's a
luck.
good first year, but he won't have another Max Duggan or who else? The players that he had that are gone now. He's
like,
not going to have that again.
That's like Coach Prime. Coach Prime doesn't have a program cemented in. It's not cemented in. He's trying to sell a program. I don't see him winning 6 games. I don't see him winning 6 games.
Right.
Sure don't. I'm not knocking Dion. I know players that played with him. I mean, he was an exceptional athlete, but I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be pretty disappointed at the end of the year.
Yeah.
I think I think Dion's going to win at least minimum of 6 games. I don't think he's going to win no championship or anything like that. But in his first year, it'll be a disappointing year if he don't win at least minimum of 6.
He's got to. He's done hyped it up too much. If he goes under 6, don't win but 4 or 5 games, he's a laughing stock of college football.
He
Well,
missed.
I wouldn't go that
Right.
far. Last year, this team only won 1 game. So any time that you win more than 1 game, you're better than you was the year before. But
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
Deion Sanders is a great recruiter. I mean, he's gotten the 2 best cornerbacks in the country both years. He's in the Power 5 now. I think he's going to make a run, not next year, but in a couple of years he'll be making a run for a Pac-12 championship.
Probably so,
I
but
might agree with you
yeah, he's right. I mean, Colorado hadn't been irrelevant since the 90s.
there.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe he can turn it around. I mean, more power to him if he can.
So 2:17 left in the half. It's a 16-point game. You could tell in this championship here that we're watching. It's just I think it's UConn just won't go away, but San Diego State's picking it up a little bit.
I mean, it's sort of like Tennessee. I mean, Tennessee, Hendon Hooker. I mean, the Heisman Committee snubbed Hendon Hooker. Come on, man. They give that trophy now to who they want to give it to.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I mean, there was no running when Bryce was there. Bryce was the best athlete. They had nobody to compare against him. I mean, Smitty won it straight out. I mean, he won it on 20. He should have won it because he had the numbers. But I don't know. I think they just sort of give it to who they want to sometimes now. It's not like it used to be. Everything's changed up pretty, sometimes for the worse, I think. But,
Yeah.
and they compared Will
Thank
Anderson.
you. It says roll
Yeah.
hit mic, folks.
I don't know. Tennessee may be back. If they can get them a solid quarterback, they could be back. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, they beat Alabama one time in 15 years, and they're the best team it's ever been. Now they hadn't beat Alabama since 1998. I don't know if I'd be crowing or not. I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
knocking Tennessee, but I mean, Fat Boy ruined their program. I mean, that's what I called him. I called Kirby a little chubby, but I call. I mean, it's
Have
I
you
don't know.
seen where you ever watch the show King of the Hill?
Oh yeah, I watched it. Yeah, I have the utmost respect for Georgia, but
They compare Josh Heupel. They compare Josh Heupel to Bobby Hill.
oh yeah. If Georgia doesn't three-peat this year
Dang it,
with
Bobby!
with the schedule they got, then they're in trouble. They'll never win another national title. If they can't beat the teams that's on their schedule this year, they'll never be contenders for another national title.
Nah, come on now. You're full
No,
of it.
not. You don't play anybody. I mean, I've been watching football for 50 years, son. You playing high school teams except for Auburn and Tennessee's only teams you're gonna play. Auburn may give Georgia a run for the money because it's played down there at I call it Marie Laveau Stadium. I mean, that should be LSU, but there's a lot of crazy things goes on in that stadium down there at Jordan-Hare.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll say this: y'all had a chance to three-peat in 11, 12, and 13, and then
Didn't do.
y'all lost on a kick six to Auburn.
That's what I'm saying. Anything can happen down there. My father-in-law played down there 57, 58, and 59. He was on the national championship team at Auburn, and he worked for the San Diego Chargers when he played in the NFL. I mean, I had people play on both teams, Auburn and Alabama, but there's some weird stuff goes on in that stadium down there at Jordan-Hare. I don't know what it is. There's some kind of voodoo down there, man. I'm telling you.
I mean,
They also Georgia that year too when they beat us on the kick six. Did they not beat Georgia when the ball bounced off that boy's head and went right into his arms? Touchdown. Georgia,
yep, I
Georgia
know.
was number one.
We're talking about you're talking about prayer.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
And then they lost to Florida State in the championship. I think SEC had 7 straight national championship wins.
Yeah.
And then Auburn messed it up for us.
I just can't pull for that bunch.
All right, so
what we got?
I can't
It's
either.
a blow. I can't pull for that much. I had family play football down there in Alabama, and I just can't pull for that much down there. I ain't doing it. I don't hate them, but I ain't gonna root for them.
36. Yeah. 36-24 is your score at halftime. San Diego State came back just a little bit, but and they've cleaned up their defense, but it's a mystery to me what's fixing to happen in the second half. What do you guys think?
I think it's just going to get worse. I don't know.
It's over. Call in the dogs, as my daddy used to say. This game, load the chairs in the wagon. It's over, boys.
But this is how I feel. You know, Kirby Smart says humility is only 1 week away. We almost lost to Missouri. We were way better, more talented across the board than Missouri. But Dominic Lovett, which is coming to Georgia this year, that wide receiver, he was making Georgia's secondary look like trash that game. And they just had a better game plan that specific day. I think if Missouri plays Georgia 10 more times, the outcome would have been totally different. But I mean, I'm not expecting Georgia to go undefeated every single year. That's just not realistic. But I hope we do go 12-0 and make the playoffs. I think that's the only way Georgia does get in the playoffs this year. They got to go 12-0 and then either win or lose. It don't really matter at that point. The SEC championship, and then Georgia will be in the playoffs.
I'll be glad to get rid of the SEC championship. I'm tired of it. It's just another game. It's another hard week on the players, possibly more injuries. That game is basically worthless now. When you go to the 12-team playoff, what good is having that game?
I don't remember ever hearing that they're getting rid of the championship game. Are they?
Well, I don't know. They talked about it. I mean, they've not said anything in stone, but it has been talked about. But I don't know. Well, like I said, it's money. I doubt they ever do. As long as they draw the crowd, they're gonna have it.
Because from my understanding, all Power Five champions are an automatic bid into
Yeah.
the playoff.
There's just too many games. They've turned college football into NFL. What they've done. You're gonna have players get hurt in spring practice. You got Alabama's having a scrimmage Saturday. They're gonna have a wide open scrimmage. I mean, you could get anybody hurt at any time.
Well, Georgia already has a handful of injuries already.
I mean,
Starting with our running back room, you got Kendall Milton, Edwards hurt. You got tight end Pierce Berlin hurt. You got a couple guys hurt. I think Michael Williams is hurt too on our defense, but they should all be back before fall camp.
yeah, maybe Alabama get their Blackshire. And who was that other one that got hurt, Chris? Wasn't it Black? What was the other one? I can't even remember now. Shoot.
Did Braswell get hurt?
Yeah, it was him and the other linebacker. What was that other cat's name? I can't even think of it now. And
Dante Lawson.
They had a couple. Yeah, they won't. They're not going to do in the spring at all. They won't be back to the fall. And I don't know. Maybe no. Maybe not.
Ballard, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I think we already know who's gonna win this game, but thank y'all for letting me on.
Always, man. Thank you.
Yeah, this game's over, Chris. You need to read the comments. You got a lot of comments. I need to shut up. You got a lot of comments on here. I see them.
P Digit says it's the voodoo that Auburn do. Yeah. Let me see this here.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not the only two relevant teams in the East to give Georgia any competition is Auburn and Tennessee, and I don't think they can. I mean, Auburn might slow them down a little bit with the voodoo at Jordan Air. Tennessee, Georgia curb stomped them. I mean, I just don't see any competition in the East myself. Maybe I'm just looking at it wrong. I just don't see it.
Yeah.
I mean, Alabama. I mean, the most relevant team to me in the West is LSU. I'm not worried about LSU. Auburn worries me more than LSU does.
I agree. Auburn's the one that's always given us fits. They're the biggest rival. And with that, anything can happen in that game.
All it takes is one loss, and these people, it's like these closet Alabama fans. They'll jump back in the closet, and you won't never hear nothing else out of them. You got a lot of fans. You got a lot of fans to Alabama that way. All they can remember is Nick Saban. Well, dog, quit talking about the past. Well, I have to tell you this, and I'll shut up. The past builds the future. There's no other college football team that can compare to Alabama except for Miami. If you look at record, championships, really, if you look at it, Miami is the only one that can do it. And a lot of people disagree with me. Go pull up the records and look. I don't know. It's football. You win, you win. You lose, you lose. I mean, we don't have any control over it, no matter what we do or what we say. It's just it's all up to them when they get on the field. We just fans sitting at home or sitting in the bleachers. All we can do is scream or cuss or cut the TV off or throw something at it. Be like that black guy down when his team lost. Just tear the TV off the wall and stomp it.
Yeah.
I can't remember what game that was. I think it was a basketball game. That dude, man, it was Super Bowl. It was a Super Bowl, and man, he jerked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was funny, man. That was so funny. I never forget that.
It's funny. it's funny, but it shows you how passionate and how crazy these sports fans can get out there.
I'm not going that deep with it.
Yeah.
Nah. If Alabama never wins another national championship, look what they've done. Look how long. It was
Yeah.
like Pat Dye admitted years and years before he passed away on the Paul Feinbaum show. He said if Alabama never wins another football game, it'd take Auburn 200 years to catch up with them.
Right.
So I mean, it's just it makes a lot of other teams steam, but I mean they don't like it. But I know. I,
Yeah.
yeah, this game's over, man. When you gonna do another live? Why you want to? We on live on Facebook, and we'll talk on the phone. I'll show you sort of how to line it up. Maybe you can go from there and do your show how you want to break it
Yeah.
down or something like. When we get some time or something.
Okay.
They all get mad at me sometimes. I stomp on the gas too much sometimes. I think they want to put me in the corner. They want to put me in the corner with my nose in the corner sometimes. I think some of them do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get over it. I got me a new microphone coming in. It's supposed to be in here today, but of course Amazon is late once again. So, gee whiz. Maybe it'll be here tomorrow, Ballard. I don't know. Maybe we'll get it in tomorrow.
Yeah. How big is it? Because I know they got like really big ones, or maybe something like this,
I bought one of the best.
just a little tripod.
I don't like those big microphones. I bought me one of them. I bought a good clip-on microphone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that out and see how that goes. I don't know. We'll see how it works. Maybe.
You ever get a chance to watch practice footage of Alabama?
I can tell you now, LSU won't win the West this year. LSU got Brian Kelly had probably like Sonny Dykes, one of the most luckiest years he's ever had. LSU beats Alabama. Go back and look at Alabama's record down at Baton Rouge. We held the record of beating LSU for over 30 years. Not many can remember that, but I can because I was alive. Every time we went down there, we beat them. See, they don't want to talk about that, but they want to talk about we beat Alabama one time. Whoopee. Okay, go win a championship. Go to the playoffs. Do something besides just beat Alabama one time. I mean, most of these teams, that's all they can chew on is we beat Alabama one time. That's how hated Alabama is. That's what I'm saying. That's how great a football team Alabama's always had from the '60s, '70s, and some in the '80s and in the '90s to especially what Saban has done now. He's really got these fans riled up for the last 15 years. They hate Alabama worse now than they ever did.
Yeah.
I
They're
mean,
jealous, is what it is.
that's just the way it is. LSU will never win the West again. Brian Kelly couldn't beat Nick Saban at Notre Dame. He's sure not going to beat him at LSU because Coach O, Coach O is down there. I better not do Coach O then. Coach O. Coach O got it crammed down his throat too when he went on our field and just got in there and said this was his field. I thought to myself, are you that ignorant, Coach O? You never saw Coach Bryant do that. You never saw Nick Saban do that. Pat Dye didn't even do that at Auburn. He hadn't beat Alabama in so long. He was on the moon, man.
Mm-hmm.
And now where's he at? Gone. 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 With probably one of the best offenses ever in SEC history, and he's gone. So
Yeah.
you better hold on. Sometimes you don't wish for this stuff because you may get it. I mean, it's I don't know. It's just any team that beats Alabama, they're going to root for them. If it was a high school team, they'd be rooting for them. So anyway, I don't know. Ballard, you got to get on here and give them more heck, man.
Yeah.
You got to put the closet, man. I respect Georgia, but that cupcake schedule they got, when you play a bunch of high school football teams, you're going to get complacent. And if you get complacent, one of those teams could beat you. It's not like it used to be. And then I'm going to shut up. I got to get out of here. Even back when Coach Bryant was coach, I could count 3 to 4 games we'd win every year. Cupcake games, you could count them every year. College football's not that way anymore. You just about any team you play today has a chance of beating you because all these teams have talent.
LSU, remember they lost to Troy a couple years ago?
That's what I'm saying.
Not that Troy is a nobody team or anything like that. A pretty good school in the state of Alabama, but come on, compared to the SEC, I mean, they are kind of, nothing. But they beat LSU. Any given Saturday is what I say, man. If you're not careful, you don't know what your opponent has up their sleeve.
You have no idea. You're right. There's just no pushover teams anymore. I mean, that's the way it is.
Yeah.
There's a few still left out there, but they're mighty few. Anyway, I'll get off the soapbox. I'll get on the soapbox too much. Ballard, you probably do a show with me. They'll probably run you off social media, son. You better not do that. I don't get it.
Yeah. They might.
Yeah, they might. I don't. They know might too. They probably would. I don't hate Georgia.
Yeah.
I don't hate Georgia. Georgia's had success, but Georgia had a
Right.
little luck to go along with that success, just like Alabama's had luck too. I mean, Alabama beats the tar out of them in the SEC championship game, and then Alabama can't do nothing with them in the national championship game. What's that picture? What happened there? And I mean, best 2 wide receivers went down, but Alabama didn't have good enough wide receivers to come off the bench. That's not that's the coach's fault there. I'm sorry, that's not the player's fault. That's the coach's fault for not having the people developed to be able to come off that bench and step into those people's shoes to be able to win the football game.
Right.
I mean, there's nobody else you can blame it on. And I mean, Georgia's. I mean, luck goes along with football. I mean, that's just you got to have a little luck. I mean, it's like gambling. I mean, sometimes you got to have a little luck on your shoulder every now and then.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, we lost Waylon. If Waylon comes back, I'll let him on for a little bit. But I think I just want to watch this game the rest of tonight. Thanks, P Digits, for that.
I hit the wrong button, I guess.
That's all right.
Go ahead and watch the game. I was like you. I'm gonna finish watching the game anyway. I appreciate you letting us join in here tonight. I don't think there's going to be much of this game left to watch the way it's going.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Every team I rooted for in the Final Four has got beat. I mean, it was, somebody said UConn would win. They got a good basketball team, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, holler at me anytime. Sometimes if I don't answer the phone, I'll get back with you as soon as I can. I have to run the shop and the cars at my shop. I've got to do and stuff like that. But I'll get back with you as soon as I can. If you call me or something, we'll lay it out on how to run it. So, you can try it that way and see how it goes. See what you think.
Absolutely, man. Let's keep in touch.
Yeah, I'm always here. Just holler at me. I'll get back with you anytime, man. Have a good night. Enjoy the rest of this. I ain't gonna call it a basketball game now. This is just watching TV. I don't know, man. I'll catch you later on, Chris. Be safe, okay?
Be safe, Waylon.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you, Mayhem and Waylon, for coming on. I think we just want to enjoy the game tonight. So, second half, just about ready to tip off. Still at commercial break. I'm going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. Mm-hmm. Man, Waylon gives us quality entertainment on here, man. I tell you. What's up, Daniel Barry? Sports highlights. He says Georgia fans love this old man. Jackson Jr. for UConn. 3 assists. 6 steals, 3 blocks so far for the Huskies in the game. So 37.5 is UConn's 3-point percentage in this game. They're 3 of 4 on their free throws at 75%. Meanwhile, San Diego State, 8 of 28 from the field, 3 of 11 on threes. So they made what, 11 shots? Or 5 of 7 on free throws. So you do the math. 16 shots. We get back to the action here. 20 minutes to go to crown a champion. UConn does have possession. Slam dunk. No! Rejected. Did not make the slam dunk. San Diego State with it. Shoots for 2. Got it. Makes it a 10-point game. San Diego State coming back a little bit. San Diego State with it. 38-26. Here's the shot. It's off the rim. No good. Rebounded and picked up by San Diego State. 18-27 to play in the Natty. Thanks to my friend Austin on Facebook for the like. Appreciate it. Timeout by San Diego State. So Keyshawn Johnson at the offensive rebound after Darian Trammell missed the layup. Still like commercial break. There's not really anything to call at the moment. Let me see. They fouled Tristan Newton for UConn. Darian Trammell makes a free throw at the line. Makes 2 of them. Make it a 10-point game. Alex Caravan makes a 3-point shot. I think that'll pretty much tell you this game is probably out of reach for San Diego State. I mean, there's still plenty of time, but missed a 3, got the rebound. They fouled Adam Sanoga for UConn. (41-28) our score. They call a foul. San Diego State. It will be UConn ball. Dumps it off, steps up, can't get it. Whistle blown. Foul Andre Jackson for UConn. Number 44. Keyshawn Johnson will go to the free throw line. Number 0, the forward. He's got 6 points tonight, and he makes his first. I forgot to share my stream to some groups on Facebook. Probably should have done that prior to going live, but 15-52, 43-30. Layup is no good. They keep it. They go up for two and got it. It's 11-point game with over 15 minutes to play. Got to play defense here, get it back, and score again if you're San Diego State to complete a comeback. Come on, Aztecs. That was their first made layup of the night, too, by the way. Still at commercial break. I like the aggression by San Diego State. I think they're playing better on defense, but they got to find ways to get past the defense of UConn. And if they can do that, if they score, they could make it comedy historic for a national championship. One would they? .32 score. You look at the stats for this game. You got Johnson, who almost leads the team, but Trammell for San Diego State leads the team in scoring tonight points. After that, you have Johnson and Butler with 8, Mensa with 1 free throw, and then, of course, you have the one and only Matt Bradley with 6. Tristan Newton goes to the line. He's fouled. Makes his first free throw attempt. Tristan Newton with 10 points on the night thus far. Makes his second, 45-32. Goes back the other way. Adam Sieco make a three from the corner. San Diego State has made it a 10-point game. Got to play defense here, though. Can't give anything up. UConn with it. Oh, a steal. It's taken back the other way. Oh, no, another steal. It's going in favor of UConn. Shoots a three. It falls shy. Still time. 14-18, 45-35 UConn. 3 fouls for UConn. 5 for San Diego State thus far on the night. Throws it. Working around the 3-point line now. Works inside. Goes up for a layup. It's no good. But fouled on number 21, UConn. He made the free throw. It's a 12-point game with under 14 to play. Can San Diego State pull a comeback? Shoots for three, no good. Off the rim. Couldn't get it. Shoots for three outside, no good for UConn. UConn's still up by 12. Lamont Butler was the one, by the way, for San Diego State who missed a jumper. Alex Carabay got the defensive rebound. As San Diego State misses a jump shot, they foul. Micah Parrish is fouled. Free throw is missed by UConn. That's good if you're San Diego State. Now what San Diego State needs to do, they got to go on a run. They're down 12. Spin move. Jump shot, no good. Tristan Newton makes a free throw. Not what you would expect in a championship game. One would think. He makes two. 14-point game with 12:45 to play. UConn is in the bonus. Steps up, shoots. Oh, whistle called. Foul. Jaden Lee D will go to the free throw line. He's got 7.9 points on average on the season. He has yet to make any points tonight. He misses his first. $36.49. He missed a second. Don't give anything up if you're San Diego State. And a whistle call there. Commercial break. So maybe Wayland and everybody was right. And this game is over. I mean, we'll stay on till the very end, but it's just not what you would expect for a national title game. I mean, it doesn't even have to be a buzzer beater, but a double digit lead for one team where they have just completely dominated for the whole game. I mean, it's kind of insane. We'll celebrate UConn's win, though. Like I said, I don't really have a preference for who wins too much. Maybe San Diego State for a lower seed and an upset. But both these teams have kind of been disrespected a little bit this year, in terms of, I think they're better than people think they are. And, they've dominated and haven't been given enough credit. Five seed has never won a national title game. It's the first time ever it's between a 4 and a 5 seed. UConn seeking to be the first unranked preseason team to win a natty. You got to go back to UConn in 2011 when they did it that year. So Naheem Aline made both his free throws. Shoots. He scores. San Diego State cuts the lead just a little bit. 51-38, 11-19 to crown a champion. UConn with it and the lead. Floats it up. Round the rim and in. That was number 32. Donovan Clingan. Oh! A three made by the Aztecs. Lamont Butler. Hold on. 10.5 to play. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by San Diego State. Shoots it. Aztecs, no good. Rebound, UConn. 10:04 to play. He shoots for three. UConn with a bigger lead now. So San Diego State's in a position, they're trying really hard to come back. You can tell they're putting in a lot of effort as they do get a layup. They're putting in the effort. They're making shots when they need to now. But UConn won't go away. That's the issue. You can try to make a comeback all you want to, but if your opponent is scoring still and you can't contain that, you're going to lose this game. I think that's what you're seeing here between these two tonight. Shoots for three, no good. Got the rebound. Gets it up. It's no good. It's rebounded by San Diego State. 8:51 to play. Shoots it up. Got it. So we got the Masters this week. That'll be good. Have to follow along with that. Was it last year, I think, with the Masters? Japan had its first ever native to win it. Hideki Matsuyama. Shot is no good for UConn. It goes out of bounds. They're saying it's Sonogo. It was out on Connecticut. It will be as ball. Shoots for three and got it. Wow. San Diego State's been in this position before. They've had like 6 wins where they were down 10 or by double digits. And yeah, they came back and won it in the second half. It's going back the other way now. It's going. He gets the layup. It's good. A 6-point game with 7:37 to go. Oh my God. No. Again, I apologize for the coughing. I am feeling a little ill, but I'm going to make it through. UConn leading by 8 now with a layup. Little floater inside, actually, I should say. I had no idea. I haven't really have watched much of you. Be right back, guys. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Not now. I'm back, guys. Looks like UConn still leads. It's 63-55. The Aztecs look like they're coming back a bit. Maybe if I left the room more. Yeah. So the UConn players on the sideline here in a huddle, putting fists in the air, ready to go back to work. 3:52 to play in the game. I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure. Let me check. It looks like it's Aztec possession. Keyshawn Johnson to shoot free throws. Shoots one. Missed it. UConn has it. If they score, it's most likely over. Aztecs have to get it back. Got to get a stop here. Tristan Newton shoots a free throw. It's up and good. 9-point game. San Diego State has it around the 3-point line. Passing the ball a little bit. Shoots for three. Missed it. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Good grief. I'm going to eat after this game's over. My grandmother was making like this. We buy these frozen, like Taipei rice things. Anyway, apparently she bought regular yum yum sauce. We have spicy in the fridge. We looked up and down in that kitchen. We couldn't find it. So I think this game's over. You got a minute 55. It's a 12-point game. I think UConn clearly is your national champion. UConn just scored 2. San Diego State trying to make it at least a little bit closer. Shoots 3, missed it. Rebounded by San Diego State, got it back. They blow a whistle. Shoots his free throw. It's up and good. What you can say, if this game is over, you can say that San Diego State has given it everything they've got. UConn's just a little bit more physical, a little bit more dominant, inside the paint, shooting the ball, doing everything. San Diego State, I think, had the right idea and even probably the right execution. I think that I think one team's just better than the other tonight, and that team is UConn over San Diego State. Tristan Newton shoots a free throw. He got it. UConn in the bonus plus. $74.59. 73-59, I'm sorry. Missed the shot for San Diego State. It is picked up by UConn. 107 to go. They blow a whistle. 104. San Diego State with it. Goes for a layup. It's no good. 57 seconds. UConn with the ball. Possession. Players pumping the crowd. 42 seconds. 75-59 the score. 5 to shoot. Got to do something to get it off. .2 left with a whistle. Dan Hurley, the head coach for UConn, currently hugging his boys and telling them just calm down a little bit. Don't get too excited. Game's not over. Missed the free throw. Andre Jackson did. Dead ball team rebound. Dan Hurley all hyped up on the sidelines, hugging his players. Still 30 seconds. It's been a little while. What do you take it back? Like 9 years since UConn's been on top. They shoot. San Diego State does. 10 seconds. Will the clock run out? It will. UConn and Dan Hurley in his 5th season cut the nets in college basketball. Dominant performance, 76-59 over the San Diego State Aztecs. They are champions for the 5th time ever. Their last championship was in 2014, and they finished the season with an incredible record of 30-8. Wow. What a game. Not really, but what a season it's been for college basketball. So UConn is tied 4th with the most of all time in national championships. They're 5th in school history in men's basketball. Wow. Amazing game, amazing finish. Can't wait to watch highlights later, maybe tomorrow. I'm tired. Got to get something to eat too. Kind of hungry. But UConn will cut the nets. San Diego State will go home sad. What a season for the Aztecs, though. Don't hang your heads. 32-6, a 5 seed, made it all the way to the national title. You beat the number one. You beat my team. Okay, you beat the Alabama Crimson Tide, who was the number 1 overall seed. You beat them in good, dominant fashion. Made the Final Four. Took care of business. No reason to hang your head. No reason at all. Man. All right. So I got school tomorrow. What a season it's been for college basketball. Can't wait to do it again next year. I hate that it's the off season for this sport too. We'll get a lot of baseball content coming your way. We'll also get more college football previews coming to the channel. Let's keep working towards 1,000 subs. I know we can hit it this year in 2023. I love y'all. Have a really, really great night. Be safe. I love y'all. Jesus loves you. Please like, comment, and subscribe right here to Ballard Sports Media for more sports content. And until next time, Ballard Sports Media. Check it out. Love you guys. Jesus loves you. Peace out.